By weighing the body of a man as he dies, Dr. Duncan McDougall is attempting to prove what all good Christians know, that we humans have souls. At the moment of death, the body of patient 1 loses 3/4 of an ounce of weight, 21 grams. McDougall moves on to a new area of research, aiming to prove that not only do we have a soul, but that it is a gift given only to humans. And his results are exactly as he might have expected. He finds that when dogs die in his scale, he records no weight loss. His results perfectly match the fundamental Christian belief that humans have souls, but animals don't. McDougall may have been trying to validate his own beliefs, yet the core question he asked still matters today.
What is the soul? What is consciousness? What makes us us? And this is a fundamental question, and one that's still at the heart of modern neuroscience.
McDougall's research remains controversial. Were his experiments flawed? Did he make a basic technical error? Or is there something more to it that we don't yet understand?
"2,000 years ago, at the moment of its inception, Christianity was merged with sun worship and paganism. This form of black mass
By the Mass.
was adopted by the clergy of the day and set forward even in modern times. It has been ardently protected and guarded as a secret, a society that stretches back thousands of years before even Christ himself. This merging of a trinity and sun worship, the principles of paganism and astrology, of combining the seasons into a calendar, the use of Satanism and the Cabal and sundials themselves to predict the zenith of human evolution, has been long entranced and enthroned, enshrined, if you will, by the Catholics. Their use of trinities is unmistakable. This mythical tower of knowledge that allows man to scale and ascend the skies and become a god themselves was nothing new to the ancient Romans, who built their entire city on 7 hills suckled by Remus and Romulus, and the gods themselves, from Jupiter to Zeus, were often mixed with Egyptian and other lore from Babylonians and Mesopotamians. The Egyptians, of course, were the original sun worshippers, providing Ra as the nourishing sun, provided with his trinity of Horus and Isis. This concept was taken and used to twist the story of a selfless act and a man who lived through virtue and make him into a new pagan sun god with the Earth Mother. This was further reinforced by the Renaissance and the teachings of the Church, who chose to punish and burn and torture the true scientists as they formed their creed of paganism and secret organizations, including the construction of great guide stones and sundials, which could be used to organize, categorize, and predict their solstices and pagan activities. The Roman Catholic Church unified many countries and people under their rule. In fact, the Catholic Church was able to seamlessly integrate the earliest and most ancient pagan concepts and pull them forward while providing the inspiration and impetus for future organizations that would shape the face of the world. This was nothing new, but was in fact a rehash of the old moon mother and sun goddess type of religion that had been practiced of old. The Spanish Inquisition served primarily to oppress and subjugate people while strengthening their rule and destroying science itself. Pope Clement I was in fact the individual who discovered or came up with blood libel, the belief that Jews were somehow supposed to be punished by God for their involvement in the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. This idea took firmly hold and implanted itself so much that eventually Pope Clement himself had to be thrown off the boat because of the scope and impact of the concept and design. This was nothing new to great historians like Josephus, who had long predicted the Church's plans for state and religion, total, global, and world control through religion itself. By taking the concepts and ideals of an anarchist king, they had evolved Jesus into their own fashion, into their own God. The master, the Messiah, the shepherd, had now become a bleeding heart, a sheep without a shepherd, a lamb that was no longer the sacrifice, but was simply the adornment for their mystical rituals and ideations. The result was to take the concept of God or a pure lamb of sacrifice and turn him into something shiny and glossy that could feed and support the aristocracy as they cast their gaze down upon the lesser beings. Perhaps no more prevalent was this ideology in the formation of a new nation, the United States of America, where the idea of a pantheon of gods, namely George Washington, was quite prevalent and well appointed.